What's up guys, this is P-Sensei. In today's video, let me bring you my top 6 brawlers in Duo Showdown. This is going to be my opinion, of course, so if you have any disagreements or any questions, feel free to let me know in the comments, and I'll be sure to get back to you. As long as you're not being toxic about it, we don't want any of that. If you like this video, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, because if you do, okay, we might go ahead and do a full-on Duo Showdown tier list with Rodeo BS. So if you want to see that collaboration happening, make sure to drop that like. But anyways, without further ado, let's hop right into number 6. Alright, coming in at number 6, we have Mr. P. Now, Mr. P did get nerfed. However, I still feel like Mr. P is solid. He got a nerf to his new gadget, and he also got a nerf to his damage. The nerf to his gadget isn't really going to affect him much because Mr. P was already solid in Duo Showdown before his new gadget got introduced. So, I mean, now that it's got nerf, it's not really going to affect him much because he was already solid before. The damage nerf is going to affect him. However, the damage nerf wasn't really that big. He still does over 1,000 damage per shot, so it's still a pretty good amount of damage, just not as much as it was before. So this is definitely going to cause him to drop down in the meta. However, he's still going to be a solid option, and I've still been seeing some Mr. P comps as well. Mr. P is a great counter to a lot of different ranged brawlers with those porters. He's also pretty good against throwers, which we'll cover as we go later in the list. But, you know, his damage nerf is going to make him a lot more vulnerable to aggro. But other than that, still going to be a pretty solid option. Alright, coming in next at number 5, we have Stu. Stu also did get a few nerfs. He got a nerf to his HP and a nerf to his damage. However, that really wasn't going to stop Stu from being in the meta, because what's really broken about him is his mechanic, his ability to get super in one shot, and his ability to knock back with his super. Those are two of the most broken things about him, and that didn't really get touched, so he's still going to be a pretty solid option. The thing about Stu, though, is you're going to need to pair him with a brawler that has range. So, you know, a good pairing with Stu would be, for example, like a Tick, right? Something like that, because if you just play Stu with another brawler like a Max or something, you're really not gonna have the range to compete against, you know, other teams. So you are gonna need to pair him with a ranged brawler. But once you have a ranged brawler or a thrower to pair with Stu, Stu can absolutely destroy, like I said, all those broken mechanics about him. So that's why Stu is gonna be sitting at number 5. Alright, coming in at number 4, we have Max. Now, Max has been seeing a big resurgence in the Duo Showdown meta, and this is most likely because of the best comp in Duo Showdown meta that people are running everywhere right now and running rampant. The Max Tick combo is just such a broken combo, and of course, you know, you have the Tick, you have the Max. It's just so good. Both of those brawlers work extremely well together. And yeah, but not only that, Max also works well with other throwers, you know, like Sprout. You can also run Max Gene, right? That OG classic combo. It's also making a comeback in the meta. Max just has a lot of different brawlers you synergize as well with, but the reason why I don't have Max higher is because there's also a lot of brawlers that Max doesn't synergize well with, right? And if you want to make good use out of Max, you have to play Max with the brawler that she synergizes well with. And if you don't, you're really not going to be having as much success. Not saying you can't have success, but you really want to be playing Max with those brawlers, like I said, Tick, you know, Gene, brawlers like that have great synergy, and then you're going to be having a good time. But the reason why, like I said, she's number 4, not like number 2 or something, is because she doesn't synergize well with every brawler in the game, just a few. But with those brawlers that she synergizes well with, just absolutely insane what you can do. So that's why I have Max at number 4. Alright, coming in at number 3, we have Sprout. Now, Sprout did get a few nerfs. Got a nerf to the Plant Life gadget, so now it heals 1500 instead of 2000. Also got a nerf to the damage, but nevertheless, Sprout is still going to be a solid option in Duo Showdown. Alright, first of all, people were starting to use the second gadget anyways, so that gadget nerf isn't really going to affect him much. And also that damage, it was a small damage nerf. Sprout still does more damage than he originally did, so that's not really going to affect him much. I mean, what do we got to say about Sprout? You can literally play Sprout on every single map. Sprout's not only a thrower, Sprout is also a long-range brawler, right? So you can literally play Sprout on any map, right, with pretty much any brawler you want, really. I mean, if you need to push an off-meta brawler, Sprout is always a safe option to have the person go with, right? Because you can literally carry with Sprout a lot of the times. If you're really skilled with that transplant gadget, you can use it to kind of position how you want to, or to get out of pinches, right? If you're getting pinched, you can just say to one team, all right, I don't want to deal with you. We can just block you off. All right, let's just focus on the team we have right here, right? So there's a lot of cool things you can do with that. The The reason why Sprout's not higher is because Sprout is very weak to aggro. Okay, so for aggro brawler like a Max, for example, gets in Sprout's face, there's really nothing Sprout can do. So that's one weakness that is gonna drop Sprout a bit. But nevertheless, Sprout always gonna be a good option in Duo Showdown. Alright, coming in at number 2, we're gonna have the new brawler released, Bell. Now Bell, you can't really play Bell on every map, you can't really play Bell on the thrower map, so I guess you could argue Sprout is better because you can play Sprout on every map. But nevertheless, on the maps that you can play Bell, Bell is just super good. One of the longest ranges in the game. The range on Bell is absolutely insane. But one of the things that makes Bell broken in duos is the ability for Bell's shots to splash between different people that are standing together. This is just insane, especially in duos, right? Because in duos, you tend to group up with your teammate, and what that does is if you hit someone, it forces them to split up with their teammate, which can make for some easy pinches there. That super from Bell is just so good. If there's a team with a lot of cubes, you can just drop your super onto one of them, and they're going to be a way easier target to take out than before. I don't know exactly how much damage increase it does, but like it's absolutely insane that super that Bell has. And yeah, that just combined with that range is absolutely insane. Yeah, Bell is definitely one of the best brawlers in Duo Showdown right now. I know a lot of people don't have her, but once people start unlocking her, trust me, you're gonna start seeing a lot of them everywhere. All right, now finally coming in at number 1, we have Tick, and there really shouldn't be any surprises here. As I said before, Tick Max, you literally are seeing Tick Max everywhere. Not only does Tick have insane range, Tick is also a thrower, which means he can shoot over walls. And with the introduction of that new gadget that allows him to literally go invincible for about a second and then do 1,000 damage and then knock back anyone that gets near him, is just absolutely insane. It literally protects Tick from his weakness, because now you can't just rush in on a Tick. If you're playing a brawler, you know, like a Mortis, you can't just go in on a Tick anymore, because if he has that gadget, he can just push you right back, or an Edgar, right? You know, it's just an insane gadget, and when you combine Tick with Max, right, the ability to speed that Tick up, all right, or you can even pair Tick with a brawler like Surge, a brawler like Stu, a brawler like Ruffs, who can just, you know, just sit there and just power Tick up constantly, giving Tick more HP. There's a lot of different brawlers you can play with Tick. You can play Tick on every map in the game. And yeah, for all these reasons, Tick is going to be sitting high and strong at number 1. Alright guys, there you have it. That is going to be my top 5. And that is going to be the end of the video. As I said in the beginning, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you want that collab with radio. But anyways guys, peace.